Suicide, few tried to take it. Belt tied around their neck in jail cells naked.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I figure I'll let a couple days go away or go by, so I wouldn't directly be, I guess, poking at a scab. What I mean by that is that one of the members from the Outlawz, Tupac's group from 1996, died, I want to say 4th of July. He went out with a bang, no pun intended. But a lot of people here, F-ya-Motha, if you watch the show, you know I don't really like the Outlawz. While I admire Tupac's music and he is my favorite rapper of all time, them niggas was subpar to say the least. And I'm probably gonna lean into this nigga because all them niggas to me, I feel like were slouches. I never felt like they was a real group. I think Tupac only brung them along because they was family and he was cool and he was trying to give niggas opportunity, which they didn't capitalize on. I think after Tupac died, Napoleon said he scrapped his album, didn't want to rap anymore, stupid as fuck, and he went over to Saudi Arabia, where he's been the last 25, 26 years. Made no sense because it's like, okay, your man's died, that you hoe ass niggas could have protected but wasn't in the same car. The whole shit was messed up, from Suge Knight being an idiot not protecting the money and the star artist to everybody on the label defecting after Death Row went down, and these stupid niggas that after Tupac died could have went to other record labels, dropped the album. They sat around Tupac I don't know how many fucking years and watched him record back to back to back and had like a work ethic out of this world, and none of that shit translated or rubbed off on these niggas. So subsequently, I think that's why old boy killed himself. Everybody's talking about mental illness. You don't have to be mental to want to kill yourself. Let me just put that shit to bed. Here at F-ya-Motha, we don't believe that mental illness is the causation of suicide. But I don't think suicide or depression is the causation. I think people kill themselves because you don't even have to be depressed. This life is dreary sometimes. And as fun as it is, it has its down moments. Heartbreak, money problems, the fact that we're even paying to live on this fucking planet is beyond me, because I don't know who the fuck put who in charge to charge people to stay on the rock that they were born on. But that's another topic for another time. What I do know is these niggas didn't capitalize on any opportunity that Tupac afforded them, nor did they rap aggressively. If you look at from the Thug Life album, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, and even Machiavelli, out of 22, 23 songs, give or take, on most of those albums, they only had like 3 or 4 features. It was never all of them niggas, and it was always 1 or 2 of them. And collectively, I think if you had to, like, on each album, it probably was 3 or 4 songs that they was on. And I know Tupac wasn't just asking for 3 or 4 songs for them niggas to be on. They just didn't have a work ethic that matched his. Now, he was 25 and he was 18, 19, 20. That's still not an excuse, because Tupac was doing that in his 20s. So the fact that he did that from 20 to 25 up into his death, these niggas were bums. So I'm assuming that this nigga probably wasn't getting too much royalties. He wasn't getting booked shows. I think all the other Outlaw members wanted to retire. They wasn't with doing the music no more. They'd even patched shit up with the Junior Mafia niggas and did a song or 2 with them niggas, which was weird as fuck, because even though the Camps technically didn't have any beef with Tupac or with the Outlawz, yeah, it just made no sense. You still don't go get your mans after he died. Like, he don't like them niggas in death. Yeah, you keep your distance. That doesn't mean you have to hate them niggas, but the collaboration, even I thought, was whack. I don't know if he took part in that, but yeah, that was plenty fucking stupid. But not only that, this nigga put out a record and dissing Nas, I want to say about 6 months ago, and it got a lot of criticism, as it should, because Tupac, from what I understand, according to Nas, it actually patched shit up. It was water under the bridge. But he went in talking about how Tupac was, how Nas was a sucker, and that shit didn't happen, how Nas recounted it in interviews, and Machiavelli lives and yada yada yada. All for him to bang himself. Now, I'm not gonna trash him because, yeah, you're not here to defend yourself. However, making that diss record was probably the worst move he could have done in his career. Nobody kind of like checked him on it. The Outlawz criticized him, which made it look even worse after the fact. But it was like, you should have never did it to begin with. The optics of it just looked bad. That's just my point of view. I think the optics look super bad, and I think that might have got under his skin. I think the media and the internet warming his ass up and talking about how trash that Nas diss record was probably got to him. He probably wasn't getting no shows, and to be billed as a washed up rapper that's a hater, yeah, probably got under his skin. And he did the only thing that I'm not gonna say a real nigga, but he did the only thing that a nigga could do, and he called this number 1-800 do the Lord's work. Took himself out. But now I'm looking at, after a few days of his death, and it says family of the outlaw rapper Young Noble creates GoFundMe in light of shocking news of his death. And I seen in the comment section everybody was talking about how, oh, he died broke, and that's probably why he probably didn't have money issues. I'm not gonna put that on him. What I will say is that he even if you have life insurance, if you kill yourself, yeah, they don't pay out the life insurance. The whole insurance policy is void, so it's on your family to bury your ass. So he forfeited that. From what I understand, he had a wife and he had kids. While I understand how somebody could take themselves out because life gets depressing or dreary or hard or difficult, whatever adjective you like to throw on it, I don't believe you should do that if you got kids and a family. Like if you got a wife or you got kids or you got the wife and the kids, I don't think you should do that. It's sucker shit, because your kids need somebody to take care of them. And if you're married, like, what does that say about your significant other? Like, you had somebody to confide in to help you, and you still took yourself out. Means they probably were the causation of your struggle or torture or depression, which on them has to be the worst shit to know, that they couldn't even comfort you. In any event, if you like this episode, you know what to do. And I'm out.